Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivara Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jaya Radha Gopi Jana Vallabha Radha Gopi Jana Vallabha Radhe Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajakacarya Ashtottara Sata Srimad His Divine Grace Abhay Charanaravindra Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajakacarya Ashtottara Sata Srimad His Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki नामाचार्य श्रील हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की ब्रजभूमि श्री वृंदावन धाम की पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की गंगामयी की यमुनामयी की भक्ति देवी की तुलसी देवी की कलियुग पावन हरिनाम संकीर्तन की हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की all glories to the assembled devotees all glories to the assembled devotees all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Ajnanatimiraandhasya Gnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namini Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. I offer my humble obeisances to all the devotees at ISKCON Farmington Hills. Today I was asked to speak on the story of Gajendra, right? All of you know the story of Gajendra. This is a wonderful episode from the 8th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. I offer my obeisances and seek blessings from His Grace, Yugal Kishore Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hari Hari. So, we know the story, but we need to remind ourselves multiple times, repeatedly, the important lessons that the story teaches us. That's the purpose of such discussions. Every time when we gather for this spiritual discussions or Srimad Bhagavatam classes, we try to be attentive and we try our best to be Krishna conscious by studying Bhagavatam, by hearing Bhagavatam. And we may or may not always gather new information. But definitely, although the information is old, that causes great transformation. We should seek transformation in such spiritual gatherings and not necessarily new and exciting, less known information. If it's available, fine. But we should nourish ourselves by repeatedly discussing the stories of Srimad Bhagavatam, repeatedly chanting the same name of Krishna, same mantra, Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, repeatedly taking darshan of the same deities, repeatedly singing the same bhajans, Guru Puja same, Guru Ashtakam same, Narasimharati same, Gajendra pastime, same pastime. But the more we repeatedly hear and chant these glories of the Lord in the association of devotees, the more our consciousness become tuned into the messages, into the purity that's embedded within these episodes and these bhajans and these stories. So, as all of us know, Gajendra was a powerful elephant ruling the entire forest, and Gajendra had so many friends and followers, wives and children, and many other smaller animals are surviving in the forest because of Gajendra's mercy. That's how Gajendra is very powerful and influential in the forest. So, whatever a typical conditioned soul desires in one's life, Gajendra already has all of them. But Maya is so powerful that whenever we feel ourselves very comfortable and happy in a material situation, Maya suddenly throws at us some calamity, some reversal, some difficulty to unsettle us, to shake us up, to ensure that we don't remain comfortable in that situation. Isn't it? That's her job. Anyone experienced it like that in your personal life? Where you are thinking that, okay, life is going on very smoothly, happily, and my external material situation is very comfortable, nice. Suddenly, some unexpected calamity comes, and our peace gets disturbed, and we become very sad, and we don't know what to do. We become clueless. We may not even get sufficient support from others also. Although we have so many well-wishers and so many friends and family members, so many experienced and loving caretakers, still, sometimes none of them will be able to help us. Maya or Krishna keeps us in circumstances. And Srimad Bhagavatam is filled with the examples of devotees who underwent unlimited calamities despite their deep absorption in bhakti. Kunti Maharani, such a pure Vaishnavi, how many difficulties she had to face. Pandavas, such exalted devotees of Krishna, how many difficulties they had to face. Draupadi, what mistake did she do? She was insulted in public like that. Ambarish Maharaj, such a pure Vaishnav. Suddenly Durvasmani comes and creates a fiery demon to kill Ambarish Maharaj. For what? For drinking a drop of water, just to break his Ekadashi fast. Sometimes we may encounter very unexpected, severe tribulation in life that completely shakes us up. We may not be able to keep our calm, cool, and composure because the extent of difficulty is beyond our ability to resolve or even reconcile. We should try to externally resolve a situation if possible. But if you can't, at least internally reconcile the situation. Externally resolve it or internally reconcile it. But sometimes we lose the ability to do both. We can't externally address a situation or internally reconcile a situation. What to do at that time? That's the time where or when we have to realize I am not the controller. Only Krishna is the controller. I may think my health is stable, my wealth is great, my name, fame, followers, uh, bank balance, everything is very nice, giving me great comfort. But suddenly, the situations are so intense. Life throws at us some very tricky situations where we feel completely helpless. At that time, we have to take shelter of Krishna. If we don't take shelter of Krishna in such circumstances, then we'll be going deeper into the uh, realms of Maya. We'll go much deeper into the intricacies of material energy. Actually, we have to take shelter at all times. Not that only at difficult times devotees take shelter. Even in happy moments, devotees take shelter. Sharanagati is a constant, foundational, underlying principle of spiritual life. It is not that we take Sharanagati only at certain phases of life. But because we don't have the inclination or ability to take shelter of the Lord at all times, the Lord arranges some difficulties in our lives so that at least we take shelter of the Lord sometimes. Right? Okay, this devotee, quote unquote, this devotee or this sadhaka is not taking my shelter when the situation is comfortable. At least let me create some unpleasant circumstance in life so that this devotee is inspired to take my shelter. That's why Krishna says, Yasyahamanu grihnami harishyet dhanam shanaihi. If I have to show some special mercy, special anugraha on someone, harishyet dhanam shanaihi, I will eventually steal their dhanam, their wealth, their prosperity. When the prosperity is lost, wealth is lost, money is lost, all those people who are with us because of money and prosperity, they will go away from us. We may think, oh, this person loves me so much. Maybe he's attached to your money. Oh, this person is so caring. Maybe they're attached to your prosperity. Sometimes our wealth will attract others to us. Sometimes one's beauty may attract others towards oneself. And sometimes one's fame or charisma may attract others. When people love us for our wealth or education or charisma or eloquence or beauty or influence, fame, etc., etc., that's not real love. Please don't get excited with people who connect you seeing your material opulences. The real love, real affection that we receive is for our love for Krishna. When someone loves you, think that, oh, this devotee does nice sadhana. This devotee chants the holy names nicely. This devotee studies the scriptures and Srimad Bhagavatam very nicely. This devotee renders service to Krishna nicely. This devotee has nice qualities like humility, tolerance, patience, gratitude, compassion, respect. So these are certain spiritual attributes in a personality. When people acknowledge your spiritual inclinations and then love you for your spiritual inclinations, that is real love. But when people get attracted to you, seeing your material attributes like your artistic abilities, your managerial capabilities, your wealth, your name, your fame, your prestige, that's not real attraction. That's not real love. People will love us as long as we have wealth. When we become bankrupt, no one will look at us. Then the love is based on wealth. money. That love is not based on our love for Krishna. So we should not be carried away by friendships or relationships in this world. We cannot assume that people are loving us. Atma Sainyeshu Asasvapi. So Atma Sainyeshu, a conditioned soul, will think that all these people are like my Atma Sainya. All these people are like my soldiers. They will protect me. They are my strength. They are there to support me. But as long as we lose our power, they will leave us. Right? So such relationships which are based on material attributes are very superficial, insubstantial. The real spiritual relation is based on bhakti, based on Harikatha, based on Krishna Seva, based on Krishna Kirtan. Therefore, we need to connect with each other with Krishna in the center. We should recognize, we should identify others as souls, servants of Krishna, parts and parcels. Then the bonding that we have is spiritual bonding. Otherwise, it's a material bonding. There is this beautiful shloka from the first canto of Bhagavatam, 7th chapter, 11th shloka. Harergunakshiptamatihi Bhagavan Badarayanihi Adhyagan Mahadakhyanam Nityam Vishnu Janapriyaha. Harer Guna Akshiptamatihi. Because Sukadeva Goswami's mati, his mind is completely immersed in the qualities of Lord Hari. Harer Guna Akshiptamatihi. He became Nityam Vishnu Janapriyaha. He became very dear to all the devotees. So many devotees loved Sukadeva Goswami because he loves Krishna. And Sukadeva Goswami loved so many devotees because they love Krishna or because he loves Krishna. So the attraction or the friendship or the relationship between Sukadeva Goswami and many other devotees is Krishna Prema, Krishna Bhakti, attraction to Krishna's qualities. So let us love each other for our devotion, not for our material attributes. Coming to the story of Gajendra, Gajendra had so much power, influence. Many other animals in the forest are very respectful to Gajendra. They fear Gajendra. Why? Because Gajendra has power, physical power. Not that because Gajendra is pure devotee. So, and Gajendra is very comfortable in life. Gajendra had so much of comfort, so much of fanfare, strength, power, influence in life. But suddenly, as Gajendra entered this lake in the Rutumat garden, in the Trikuta mountain region, then Gajendra's leg was caught by this crocodile. And Gajendra was struggling to release himself. Samsarambhasi sambhrita brahmabhare gambhirata patraya grahena bhigrihita mugragatina kroshantamantarbhayat दीप्त्रेणाद्य सुदर्शनेन विबुधा क्लान्तिच्छिदाकारिण चिन्ता सन्ततिरुद्धमुद्धर हरे मच्चित्तदन्तीश्वरम्. Samsarambhasi sambhrita brahmabhare. In this material world, we are caught up in this samsara ambhasi, this ocean of samsara, cycle of birth and death. Samsarambhasi sambhrita brahmabhare Gambhirata Patraya. We are caught up in this tapatrayas, threefold material miseries. Already being in an ocean itself is very dangerous. On top of it, Grahena Bhigrihita Mugra Gatina. A crocodile caught our feet. Being in the ocean itself is terrible. On top of it, just imagine a shark comes and attacks you. Just imagine crocodile comes and attacks you. Ugragatina, not leaving you. It's not a casual attack. Not that this crocodile came and with the tail just splashed at our cheek and then just went away. Not like that. Ugragatina, very fiercely with so much of determination and zeal, This crocodile was holding on to Gajendra's feet and not leaving him for such a long time. Gajendra thought, maybe this crocodile will leave me in 5 minutes, or 10 minutes, or 20 minutes, or 100 minutes. 1 day passed, 2 days passed, 10 days passed, 1 month passed, 1 year passed, 1 decade passed, 1 century passed, 1,000 years passed. This crocodile was not leaving only. We may think this problem comes and then goes in some time. It may not happen. Sometimes we have to live with the problem for a long, 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 long time. Problem may not go away so easily. Grahyenabhigrihitam ugragatina akroshantam antarbhayat. Akroshantam antarbhayat. This Gajendra is doing akrosha, piteously crying, antarbhayat, so frightened inside, so fearful. Grahyenabhigrihitam ugragatina akroshantam antarbhayat. In such a predicament, Gajendra was reminded of a prayer that he had learned in his past life. Who reminded him? Krishna reminded him. How did this animal, who was so absorbed in his identity as the king of all elephants or king of the whole forest, suddenly develop some inspiration to offer prayers to the Lord in a helpless mood? Namasya Purusham Tvadyam Ishwaram Prakrite Param. Kunti Maharani offered this prayer. At least she was a devotee. She was in the association of devotees, Pandavas. She was seeing Krishna directly right in front of her. So for her to offer such a prayer is very natural. But for Gajendra, suddenly offering some prayer. Om Namo Bhagavate Tasmai Yada Etachidatmakam Purushayadi Bijaya Pareshaya Abhidhimahi. How can Gajendra offer this prayer? Kunti Maharani's prayers, very natural. She was in an ambience. She had that experience. She had that exposure to spiritual culture. She was in the middle of so many devotees. And she's standing right in front of Krishna. For her to offer some stuti to Krishna is very natural, very easy. You need not be surprised. Similarly, Bhishma, while lying on the deathbed, bed of arrows, he saw Krishna. He saw the Pandavas. So in such a wonderful, spiritually vibrant ambience, where so many universal celebrities and great devotees have assembled there, all the Brahmarshis and Rajarshis and Devarshis and Jamadagni and Parashuram, Vishwamitra, Sukadeva Goswami, Narada Muni, so many devotees have assembled there. The ambience is very conducive to offer a prayer. Although he is physically in a very terrible, painful situation, still, for Bhishma to offer a prayer was natural. For such a long life, he has been worshipping the Lord. But how is Gajendra's prayer natural? Gajendra was living in a forest, in an animal body, amidst many other elephants, other animals. There is no temple there. There were no deities there. There is no Gajendra was not surrounded by so many sages or Vaishnavas wearing tilak, chanting Hare Krishna, jumping up and down, dancing. Gajendra never had such a spiritual ambience. There was no spiritually vibrant ambience. And on top of it, for the last 1,000 years, Gajendra was in intense pain, struggling, suffering, without food, tired, exhausted, frustrated, became hopeless. No possibility of escaping this predicament. And all his family members, other female elephants or Gajendra's children or friends, they are sitting there on the bank of the lake and they were crying. They were only shedding tears, not doing anything, unable to do anything to protect Gajendra. In such a situation, suddenly Gajendra remembers a beautiful prayer and offers prayer to the Lord. Can you just imagine? The inspiration to depend on Krishna or offer a prayer to Krishna in such circumstances is practically impossible. But how did Gajendra remember such a beautiful prayer? Om Namo Bhagavate Tasmai. As you move ahead, what all Gajendra speaks? My God, such beautiful prayers. He says, Ekantino yasya na kanchanartham वाञ्छन्ति ये वै भगवत्प्रपन्नाः अत्यद्भुतं तच्चरितं सुमङ्गलं गायन्त आनन्दसमुद्रमग्नाः and मादृक् प्रपन्न पशुपाश विमोक्षणाय मुक्ताय भूरि करुणाय नमोलयाय स्वांशेन सर्वतनुभृन्मनसि प्रतीता प्रत्यग्दृश्य भगवते बृहते नमस्ते नमो नमस्तेऽखिलकारणाय निष्कारणाय अद्भुतकारणाय सर्वागमाम्नाय महार्णवाय नमोपवर्गाय परायणाय गुणारणिच्छन्न चिदुष्मपाय तत्क्षोभविस्फूर्जितमानसाय नैष्कर्म्य भावेन विवर्जितागमः स्वयं प्रकाशाय नमस्करोमि. My God, what prayers! An elephant is offering these prayers in the forest, not in the temple, not while sitting comfortably in a cushion seat with a mic with 100 devotees in front of you. Such a favorable ambience created. Still, we fail to be Krishna conscious. Still, we fail to be prayerful. But Gajendra, what facility did he have? What association did he have? What ambience did he have? But he's offering this prayer. Such profound prayers. Hundreds and thousands and millions of devotees are following the prayers of Gajendra. An elephant offered this prayer many yugas back in a different realm, in a different planetary system. But now we are following those prayers. We take shelter through this prayer. Our expression of Sharanagati mood is through this prayer of Gajendra many times, isn't it? Gajendra becomes our role model, our hero, spiritual hero for taking shelter of Krishna. How? How did Gajendra offer this prayer? Krishna reminded him of the prayer. Krishna gave him the remembrance. Why? Why did Krishna show so much partiality towards Gajendra? The answer is Krishna is very grateful. Krishna is extremely grateful. That gratitude of Krishna is our hope in spiritual life. That mercy of Krishna is our hope in spiritual life. That kindness of Krishna is our hope in spiritual life. And why should Krishna be grateful? What did Gajendra do to earn Krishna's gratitude? Even if you offer little patram or pushpam or phalam or toyam, even if you offer some water from Ganga river or few tulsi leaves to Krishna, Krishna becomes extremely grateful. Tulasīdala matrena jalasya chulukena va vikrinite svamatmanam bhaktebhyo bhaktavatsalaha. Just by offering little tulsi leaves and some water to Krishna, Krishna feels that this devotee has purchased me by offering the proper price of this tulsi leaves and Ganga water. I become the property of this devotee. I belong to him. I don't belong to myself. I surrender myself to this devotee. Because in a mood of surrender, this devotee offered some tulsi leaves. In the past life of Gajendra, as Indrajumna Maharaj, Gajendra offered so many prayers to the Lord. He did some devotional service. But unfortunately, he had to become an elephant. But although so many years passed, so many decades or centuries passed, Krishna remembered all the little services done by Gajendra in his past life as Indrajumna Maharaj, and he reminded him of this prayer now. This is Krishna's gratitude. He was very grateful to Indrajumna Maharaj's devotional service. Generally, we become grateful to people when they do something for us. I am very thirsty now, and if somebody gives me water, I am grateful to this person. I am very hungry. If somebody feeds me some food, then I become grateful. But if I'm not thirsty, I already drank 1 liter water, for example. If somebody comes with another cup of water, I can't be grateful to that person. It's okay, don't disturb me. Let me focus on it. So I already ate so many items. My belly is full. If somebody comes with a cake or pizza or khichdi or whatever it is, I can't be grateful to them because I'm already full. I'm not in need of what they are offering. So only when somebody addresses my need, then I become grateful. What is Krishna's need? Does he need of anything? He's Atmarama, self-satisfied. He's Aptakama. He's Purna Manoratha. Not a single desire of Krishna is left unfulfilled. But still, you offer one flower to Krishna, Krishna becomes grateful. You offer a little leaf to Krishna, Krishna becomes grateful. You offer some tulsi leaves or some Ganga water to Krishna, uh, Krishna becomes so grateful. Oh, this devotee, in the past life, thousands of years back, he offered a tulsi leaf. Now I must protect this devotee. That is Krishna's gratitude. Out of Krishna's immense and intense gratitude, Krishna reminded Gajendra to offer a prayer. Gajendra, you're struggling so much with your own strength. You were hoping that all the other elephants standing on the bank of this lake will come and support you or help you or pull you out. No, your health or your strength could not protect you. The strength of your family members and other relatives could not protect you. Then who will protect you? Only I can protect you. Offer a prayer, I'll come. Match fixing. He only reminded Gajendra to offer this prayer. And he only came in response to the prayer and protected Gajendra. This is Krishna's grace. This is our hope. Krishna goes to any extent to show his mercy and compassion upon all of us. Krishna can do anything and everything to reclaim us. He is our genuine well-wisher. Bhoktaram yajna tapasam sarva loka maheshwaram suhridam sarva bhutanam gnatva mam shanti vricchati. Although he is the Bhokta, the supreme enjoyer, although he is Maheshwara, the supreme proprietor of all the planets in the universe and all the universes, still Suhridam Sarva Bhutana, he is Suhrit, he is our dearest friend, he is our closest friend, he is our genuine well-wisher. Gnatva mam shanti mrichati, only when we understand and realize that Krishna is our supreme well-wisher, we will remain happy and peaceful. Till then there is no peace. Gnatva mam shanti mrichati. You want shanti, you want peace? Then worship Krishna. Understand that Krishna is our well-wisher. If you don't trust that Krishna is our well-wisher, if you don't have the faith that Krishna is my genuine well-wisher, we will always remain agitated, anxious, restless, and sad. To the degree we believe that Krishna is our well-wisher, to the degree we depend on Krishna, to the extent we trust Krishna's integrity and Krishna's intentions, to that extent we remain peaceful. Jnatva mam shanti mrichati. Memorizing this shloka is easy. Quoting this shloka is easy. Reproducing this shloka in the exam and getting your Bhakti Shastri degree is also easy. But to internalize it, realize it, absorb it, assimilate it, and apply it at the right moment in life, that is not that easy. That requires so much of faith, so much of purity. When an unpleasant circumstance appears in our life, do I still believe that Krishna is my well-wisher? Or do I question Krishna? Krishna, why did you create this in my life? Are you really my well-wisher? Why this setback in life? Why this politics in my life? Why am I being exploited? Why am I being troubled by all these people? Then we start developing hatred towards people around us, negativity. We start perceiving negativity in the situations or even intentions of other people. We complain, we criticize. So many things happen. Of course, when there's something wrong, as much as humanly possible, we should try to avoid that wrong things. But having a cynical mentality, having not having sufficient faith in Krishna's plans and Krishna's integrity or intentions, that's a great distraction in spiritual life. So we need to cultivate that faith. Krishna gave inspiration to Gajendra to offer this prayer. And Gajendra said, we were discussing that shloka, right? Grahena bhigrihita mugragatina kroshantamantarbhayat. Grahena abhigrihitana. When this crocodile very intensely caught the foot of Gajendra, Akroshantam, Gajendra is crying, Antarbhayat, Gajendra was frightened and fearful. In such a situation, Gajendra offered this prayer. Deeptrena Sudarshanena Vibudha Klantichida Karina. Deeptrena, that effulgent Sudarshan Chakra, Krishna released that Sudarshan Chakra. Deeptrena. And the Sudarshan Chakra had the track record of protecting even Vibudhas, even great Devatas also. One elephant, please protect me. Deeptrena Sudarshanena Vibudha Klantichida Karina. Chinta Santati Ruddha Muddhara Hare Machitta Dantishwaram. Chinta Santati. I'm constantly absorbed in so many chintas, anxieties. Uddhara Hare, oh Hari, please do some uddhar, please deliver me. Chinta Santati Ruddha Muddhara Hare Machitta Dantishwaram. My chitta, my consciousness is like the Dantishwara. Dantishwara means Gajendra. Danti means one who has big tusks, dantas, that is Gajendra. Dantishwara, Gajendra. But Chitta Dantishwara, our mind is also like that Gajendra. Our mind is also like Gajendra. Just as Krishna protected Gajendra, let the mind be protected by Krishna, which is so distracted. For that, we need to take shelter of Krishna. We need to offer prayer to Krishna. हे गोपालक हे कृपा जल निधे हे सिंधु कन्यापते हे कंसांतक हे गजेंद्र करुण वारीण हे माधव हे रामानुज हे जगत्रय गुरो हे पुंडरीकाक्षमा हे गोपी जननाथ पालय पराम जानामि न त्वां विना. हे गोपालक, oh Krishna, oh Gopala, hey Kripa Jalanidhe, oh Lord, you know, you are an ocean of compassion. Hey Sindhu Kanyapate, you are Sindhu Kanyapati. Who is Sindhu Kanya? Who is Sindhu Kanya? Lakshmi Devi. You are the master of Lakshmi Devi. You are the husband of Goddess of Fortune. Hey Sindhu Kanyapate, hey Kamsantaka, hey Gajendra Karuna, Parina, hey Madhava, Gajendra Karuna. You offered so much of love and affection towards Gajendra. Parina, hey Madhava, oh Madhava, you are the only hope. He Ramanuja, he Jagatraya Guru, he Pundarikakshama. Oh Ramanuja. Rama is Balaram. Balaram's Anuja. Balaram's younger brother is Krishna. He Ramanuja, he Jagatraya Guru, he Pundarikakshama. He Gopi Jananath Palaya Param. Janami Natvam Vina. He Gopi Janavallabha. The presiding deity here is also Gopi Janavallabha. He Gopi Jananath Palaya Param. Do some palana. Please protect me. Please do some poshana, palana. Nourish me. Janami Natvam Vina. I don't know anyone else who can protect me. As Uttara said, Pahi pahi mahayogin deva deva jagatpati na anyam tadabhayam pashyet yatra mrityuh parasparam. Na anyam, we don't find anyone else except you. This is called exclusive surrender. Exclusively taking shelter of Krishna. We need to take shelter of Krishna, but it's not be casual. Not like that. Only you, no one else. Right? Only you, nobody else. That is exclusive surrender. Sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam praja. Forget all your concocted duties. obligations, excitements, exhaustions. Mam ekam sharanam vraja. Just take my shelter. Aham tvam sarva pape bhyo mokshayishyami. I will relieve you from all sinful reactions. Don't worry. I'll take care of you. This is exclusive shelter. Exclusive surrender. Shri Narayana Pundarika Nayana Shri Rama Sitapate Govindachyuta Nanda Nandana Mukunda Nanda Damodara Vishnu Raghava Vasudeva Hare Devendra Chudamane Samsararnava Karnadharaka Hare Sri Krishna Tubhyam Nama Shri Narayana Pundarika Nayana Shri Rama Sitapate Govinda Achyuta. All of you know these names. I don't have to elaborate. Govindachyuta Nanda Nanda Namukunda Nanda Damodara. Oh Nanda Nandana Mukunda Ananda. You are in you are in absorbed in intense spiritual bliss. Damodara. Vishnu Raghava Vasudeva Hare. You are Vishnu, all pervading. Raghava, he appeared in the Raghu dynasty. Hare, you are Narasimha, known for destroying all the material desires represented by Hiranyakashipu and protecting pure devotees like Prahlad Maharaj. Hare, Devendra Chudamani, Samsararnava Karnadharaka Hare, Sri Krishna Tubhyam Nama. Samsararnava means this samsara is like a big ocean. To cross this material ocean, your swimming capabilities will not come to rescue. However expert swimmer you may be getting your first rank or big medals in swimming competitions. But you cannot cross this ocean of material existence. Right? Ocean of material existence is not like a puddle of water like Pacific Ocean. Pacific Ocean is like nothing in comparison to the ocean of material existence. Somebody falls in Pacific Ocean or Atlantic Ocean or even small river or a lake also, if it is little deeper, survival becomes difficult. Right? How long can they swim? In which direction will they swim? If you're swimming in ocean, how long can you swim? You just need a boat. Otherwise, possibility of survival will become difficult. Samsararnava Karnadharaka Hare Sri Krishna Tubhyam Nama. Oh Krishna, you are the captain of the ship that takes me across the ocean of material existence. Only you can take me across the ocean of material existence. Nobody else can. Kritsro Mahan Iha Bhavarnavamaplavesham Shadvarganakrama Sukhe Natitiri Shanti. Tattvam Harer Bhagavato Bhajaniyamangharim Kurtvodupam Vyasanamuttaradustararanam. This comes as a part of the fourth canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Kursromahan iha bhavarnavamaplavesha. This material ocean is so fierce, so deep, so expansive, so vast. On top of it, it is infested with so many sharks and whales and crocodiles. They are like the six anarthas, right? Kritsromahan iha bhavarnavamaplavesham shadvarganakrama sukhe natitirishanti. Natitirishanti. You cannot cross this ocean. Not that easy. But it becomes easy to cross the ocean when you take shelter of the boat of Krishna's lotus feet. When you take shelter of the boat of Krishna's lotus feet, it becomes very easy. Kritsromahan iha bhavarnavamaplavesham shadvarganakrama sukhena titirishanti tattvam harer bhagavato bhajaniyamangharim. Bhajaniyam means that which is worthy of worship. Anghri means Krishna's feet. Tattvam harer bhagavato bhajaniyamangharim. Please do some bhajan, please do some worship of the lotus feet of Lord Hari. Then Kritvodupam Vyasanamuttaratushtararanam. That worship that we offer to the lotus feet of Lord Hari, Lord Gopijan Vallabh, will act as a boat, a wonderful, strong boat that takes us across the ocean of material existence. The boat of Krishna's lotus feet will not only take us across this ocean of material existence, the boat of Krishna's lotus feet also has some magical powers and mystic powers to reduce the size of the ocean. You know this? Magic. Do you know any boat that can reduce the size of the water body that you need to cross? You may say, "Arey, water body should be big only. Then only boat shikar mein maja aayega." For me to experience pleasure in boat shikar, uh, I should have a bigger water body. Ah, that's fine. It seems like that, but it's not a pleasure to cross over this material ocean. It's always a pain. Therefore, it's better to have a smaller water body, condensed water body. And Krishna's lotus feet have that magical power. I'm not saying this. Sukadeva Goswami said this. In the 10th canto of Bhagavatam, 14th chapter, Krishna said, Bhagavatam says, समाश्रिताये पदपल्लवप्लवं महत्पदं पुण्ययशो मुरारेः भवाम्बुधिर्वत्स पदं परं पदं 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 यद्विपदं न तेषाम्. Bhavambudhir Vatsapadam. This Bhava Ambudhi, this great ocean of material existence, will become like Vatsapadam. It becomes like a small, uh, small water body. Have you seen some goshalas where calves during the monsoon season just jump here and there, and the hoof of the calf will create an impression in the ground. How much water can that impression accommodate? Very little water, 50 ml, 100 ml, 200 ml, that's all. This huge, vast material ocean becomes like that water contained in a calf's hoof print if you take shelter of Krishna's lotus feet. So Krishna's lotus feet, or taking shelter of Krishna's lotus feet, will convert that huge, expansive material ocean into some little water in the hoof print of a calf. That's how the boat of Krishna's lotus feet will condense the material ocean. You board the boat, you get down. Because ocean has disappeared. The very fact that you have boarded the boat made the ocean disappear completely. This is the power of taking shelter of Krishna. And that's how Gajendra took shelter of the Lord, and that's how he was rescued. As soon as Gajendra saw the Lord descending from the heavenly, from the Vaikuntha planet, Gajendra picked up a lotus leaf, lotus flower, and offered it to the Lord. Oh Lord, please accept it. Even in that painful situation, Lord is descending with so much of compassion, so much of love and affection on Gajendra. Actually, all the devatas also saw Gajendra's pain. They saw that, oh, this animal is not calling us for help. Because he's not calling us, we will not go. And all the beautiful qualities that Gajendra described in his prayers are there only in Lord Hari. Gajendra never called Rama, please come and protect me. Krishna, please come and protect me. Or Vishnu or Asudeva. He did not chant any name. Gajendra only said, there must be somebody who has the power to protect me. And that somebody, that someone must be having all these wonderful qualities. He may be the creator of the universe. Whoever is that boss of this entire universe, whoever has that complete independence and full ability to protect all the surrendered souls like me, let him come and protect me. Who is that? Gajendra also doesn't know. There must be somebody, because the elephants are not protecting me. All the devatas are sitting in the clouds and watching the match, a special match between a crocodile and an elephant, right? Two teams, 1,000 years match, not 1 day match or 2 day match or 10 day match. 1,000 year match is happening. They are watching the show. They are not coming and protecting me. There must be somebody who has that ability to protect, who has the intention to protect. There must be someone who has the compassion and capacity both together to protect me. Let him come and protect me. There must be someone who is aware or cognizant of my predicament. Let him come and protect me. To such person, I offer these prayers. To whomsoever it may concern, here is a prayer. Please respond to my prayer. Come here. Protect me. Protect me. But Gajendra also evolved in his prayer. Initially, it was a prayer for protection from this crocodile. But later, Gajendra said, "Oh Lord, even if you protect me from this jaws of crocodile, I don't want to live in this animal body anymore, this ignorant body anymore. I just want to give it up." So the real protection is not protection from a material calamity. Real protection is protection from ignorance, protection from false ego, protection from material attachment. And Gajendra ultimately prayed for that protection, not this protection. So we need to seek that protection. We need to pray to Krishna. Krishna, please protect me from my own false ego, from my own material attachment, from my own greed, from my own lust, from my own envy, from my own distractions. And finally, the Lord came and protected Gajendra, touched Gajendra, pulled him out. And with the touch of the Lord, Gajendra attained Sarupya Mukti, became a resident of the spiritual world. Can you just imagine? Where is elephant body and where is Sarupya Mukti? Vaikunthavasi body. The transition happened by Krishna's grace, Krishna's mercy. If only we take shelter of Krishna like this, in this mood, we can derive Krishna's mercy, unlimited mercy. You see, there are 6 symptoms of Sharanagati. We are discussing a lot about Sharanagati, but here, let's see. There are 6 symptoms of Sharanagati. Anukulyasya sankalpam pratikulyasya varjanam. Rakshishyati vishwaso goptrutve varanam tatha. Atmanikshepa karpanye shadvidha Sharanagati. Of all the 6 symptoms of Sharanagati, let's briefly mention the first 2. Anukulyasya sankalpam, second, pratikulasya varjanam. Whatever is anukul for bhakti, whatever is favorable for bhakti, you adopt that. And whatever is unfavorable for bhakti, avoid it. How do we cultivate that great surrender? As Gajendra has exemplified in his life, maybe a little too much. Exclusive surrender, as we have discussed, that may not be possible. But whatever is favorable for bhakti, let's adopt it. Whatever is unfavorable, let's avoid it. Do's and don'ts. Following 4 regulative principles, chanting the holy names, eating only Krishna prasadam, not eating anything outside. So these are some basic things, basic, fundamental, foundational steps to ultimately cultivate that mode of Sharanagati. It all boils down to our sincerity in our sadhana practices. Because Acharyas have converted these divine principles of surrender and Sharanagati, shelter, into very simplified, actionable practices so that we can implement them in our day-to-day lives. Process has been simplified. We just have to follow. Such deep, profound philosophy has been made into steps. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Okay, this is morning program or chanting japa, worshipping Tulsi Maharani, offering prasadam to Krishna, reading scriptures. So this is very a nice regimen is given to us, which is very actionable and followable or practicable. So we just have to follow that. That is an expression of surrender. That is cultivating that mode of surrender. We just have to prioritize this, practicing these principles of devotional service as given to us by Srila Prabhupada and all our Vaishnava Acharyas. Thank you very much. Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Any questions or comments? Yes, Mataji.
As I said earlier in the class, it is difficult to find true love because everyone wants something from the. As youngsters, we are always surrounded by people who are attracted to each other, which is what we see in the society. This also sometimes includes family members and relatives. Yet we also understand that the Lord resides in every living entity. They might have had previous rituals that which we don't know. So how to be respectful and serve them even though we know that they have different motivations and their approaches, and also keep our sadhana intact and not offend them.
Sometimes people may approach us with some negative intentions or impure motives, but still they are spirit souls, parts of Krishna, amshas of Krishna, potentially devotees of Krishna, although they may not be practicing bhakti at this moment. That's okay. Be kind to them, be affectionate towards them, but be smart not to get affected by their exploitative tendencies. You need to protect yourself from being influenced by their consciousness, from being exploited by their mentalities. At the same time, we should be kind enough. We should be compassionate enough. We should offer a prayer. If somebody is trying to exploit us, you don't have to expose yourself to their exploitation in the name of humility or tolerance or kindness or compassion. Protect yourself. Be smart. But at the same time, don't hate them. Yes, at this moment, in this current stage of their spiritual evolution, their consciousness is not up to the mark. Even our consciousness is not yet up to the mark. We are also struggling. Although many of us sadhakas, our intentions may be sincere, but our actions are not fully pure. We may intend to attain Krishna Prema, we may aspire to attain Krishna Prema, but we are not yet there. There are so many flaws, so many defects. If someone who is already practicing devotional service also has so many defects and shortcomings, what to speak of someone who is not practicing bhakti? They will have more shortcomings. They have impure intentions also. Sometimes even sadhaka also may hold some impure intentions. The motive they behind their practice of certain limba bhakti could be to attain some name, fame, prestige also. If sadhakas can be affected by poor intentions, impure intentions, what to speak of those who are not practicing bhakti? But we should never hate anybody. We should not hold any grudges or negativity or envy towards someone. Be their well-wishers. Try to teach them what is right. And if they are not receptive, okay, no problem. At least offer a prayer. Prahlad Maharaj, such a pure devotee, tried to enlighten his classmates and they received, but he tried to enlighten his father also. He never received. If Prahlad's preaching to Hiranyakashipu failed, if Prahlad's preaching to Shanda and Amarka failed, what to speak of our preaching to our family members? Prahlad is such a pure devotee, but still he was not successful in his preaching to Hiranyakashipu. He was successful in his preaching to his classmates, isn't it? Vidura, such a wonderful devotee, exalted devotee, but his preaching to Dhritarashtra and Duryodhana always failed. He was preaching. He told Dhritarashtra, Saesha dosha prushadvidaste grihan pravishto yamapatyamatya. He said, your son is sin personified. He is hating Krishna. He is hating the devotees of Krishna. Get rid of him. Surrender the kingdom of Pandavas back to them. Make peace with them. Otherwise, Bhima is hissing like a snake to kill all your 100 sons, Dhritarashtra. Mind you, he will definitely kill. Bhima is waiting for an opportunity. Protect yourself, protect your dynasty, protect your name, fame, reputation. Don't allow all of them to get spoiled because of this Duryodhana's obstinacy. When Vidura said like this, Dhritarashtra never took it seriously. And Duryodhana came and banished Dhritarashtra also. Can you just imagine? So our preaching may not work sometimes. Vidura's preaching did not work. Prahlad Maharaj's preaching did not work. But there are always some people who are receptive to us. who try to spiritually connect with us, give them more importance. Just because you have a blood relation with someone, or skin relation with someone, or a family biological dynasty relation with someone, that does not mean they become the prime objectives of our life. Whoever takes Krishna consciousness seriously is our friend, is our family member, is our brother or sister or mother or father or whatever you may call. They are our real relatives because it's a spiritual relation, not material relation. Do the needful because there's an obligation, because of some family connection, there is some obligation there, and do the needful. As long as we are in this body, there's a bodily relation there. Brother or sister or mother or father or grandfather, grandmother, sibling, uncle, aunt, whatever. You have to be in touch with them. Just do the needful there in that relation. But don't allow that relation to affect your sadhana, to affect your own connection with Krishna. Protect your bhakti, protect the seed of bhakti, protect the creeper of bhakti nicely. Let it not be swayed away by material emotions. And try to be as sensitive as possible towards other people who are not practicing bhakti. Be sensitive. You don't have to hurt them. You don't have to hate them. But you don't have to agree with them also. Don't agree with them. Disagree, but don't disrespect. Don't follow, but don't hate. Disapprove their misdeeds, mistakes, materialistic mentalities. But don't fail to offer a prayer. Krishna, somehow this person is caught up in this unnecessary emotions or aspirations or habits or mentalities. Please uplift him. When Krishna will decide, depending on the extent of their sinful proclivities, depending on the extent of the purity of our own prayer, Krishna will eventually show their mercy, show his mercy upon them. But never hate them. Be sensitive, be kind, be affectionate. But don't allow their material mentality to affect our devotional absorption. Right? You have to be smart. Thank you very much. We'll conclude here. Any more questions or comments? Yes, Prabhu. We are trying to understand whenever in Shastra we see the Gauranga pastors and they receive some curses and in next life they get the favor of the Lord. So is that every situation where the great sages the curse, we can understand that this is orchestration of the Lord only. Because like sometimes it's a orchestration of the Lord. Parikshit Maharaj cursed by Shilpi, Shami Krishna's son. That was ordained by the Lord. Similarly, Chitraketu Maharaj cursed by Mother Parvati to become a demon, Vritrasura. That is also arranged by the Lord. But all curses are not Lord's arrangements. Some curses could be because somebody is in very poor consciousness and they did some mistake and they deserve a punishment and they deserved it. But Parikshit Maharaj never deserved such a severe punishment for a small mistake. But still, Krishna wanted to give us Bhagavatam, therefore he arranged that situation in his life. So, okay, thank you very much. Yes, Prabhu. One last question. Does Gauranga owns anything? Only animal. Gajendra is a pure devotee. Now, yeah, we can always identify a parallel. In one sense, Gajendra represents, Prabhupada writes in the purport, the 8th canto of Bhagavatam, 2nd chapter, 3rd chapter. Gajendra and Gajendra's activities represent the typical conditioned soul's absorption in material pleasures, material relations, material activities. Just as conditioned souls takes pleasure in family, friends, power, prestige, influence, fame, name, prosperity, strength, etc. Gajendra is also in a similar situation. Gajendra is just happily rendering service to his family members. Prabhupada writes, Gajendra was sucking water through his trunk and splashing that water on all his family members and friends and wives and children. Similar, and there's some difficulty in it. It's not so easy. Sucking water and splashing and constantly doing that, you get a little tired. Right? Similarly, a conditioned soul also may try to acquire money and start serving the family members because of material attachment. So Gajendra represents such a conditioned soul. Of course, it's a responsibility of a family person to serve the family. But if it is done only out of material attachment, then it becomes entanglement. But if it is done in the mode of Vaishnava Seva, oh, these family members that I have, they're all servants of Krishna. They're all devotees of Krishna. They're all souls. And Krishna has put me in a situation where I serve them on a regular basis. Thus, a Krishna conscious Grahastha, when he or she is serving the other family members, that is Vaishnava Seva. But when a materialistic householder is serving the materialistic family members without Krishna in the center, that's a source of entanglement. Gajendra at one point was representing that conditioned mentality of a conditioned soul or a materialistic householder. Okay. Maya are threefold material miseries, are anarthas, lust, envy, pride, greed. You can attribute any of such qualities to crocodile. Okay. But you can, from a positive angle, you can always see crocodile also as some source of giving us some shock and shaking us from our material absorption. Oh, when some calamity comes, that calamity unsettles us and we remember our real identity, original identity as servant of Krishna. Right? Crocodile is acting like that. A calamity that helps us reconnect with Krishna. That's very good in that sense. Okay.
The four kinds of devotees is reference only Artha devotee.
Artha Bhakta, correct.
And the rest of them and the rest of them after the Vinyasu or after the
You want examples?
they are not connected to this. This
Why should they be connected?
like Gajendra in Artha.
Gajendra is given as an example of Artha Bhakta, one who took shelter of the Lord in distress. But eventually he became advanced devotee. Then Dhruva is considered an Artharthi Bhakta. So, where is Artharthi in Gajendra pastime? It's okay. You don't have to connect everything to everything. See meditate on the lessons here. Thank you very much. Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Jai. Thank you very much.